for the Roos. Dale Kerr just backward of centre. Goes to about 60 out from home. It's a free kick to James Dark. Smaller man, easy to catch high. He's on the paint of his defensive 50. Spears a good looking ball too. Not heaps up ahead. Dark kept going. He's in the middle of McCartney over now. Goes inside 50. Good looking ball and good body work from Paul McMahon. Takes the mark 45 out from home.
Yeah, McMahon, a really experienced forward line player, so great mark by him, and he can open the scoreboard now for Torquay. 2 minutes into the first term.
So Paul McMahon, left footer, as we know. He's kicked the 12 goals in 3 games, coming off 6 last week. They've got a potent forward line, do the Tigers. This would be the perfect start for the home team, and here comes a languid kicking action, as we know, but he's pushed it to the near side. First score of the day going Torquay's way.
And you were mentioning the conditions before, Josh. Yeah, no wind out there at all, so it won't affect the players in any way when they're goal kicking. As Anglesea look to bring this one back into play. Sun is in the fullback's line as he'll take it straight down. He'll take it down to the left side instead. Going up there, that was Warmwood for Torquay. Couldn't get his hands on it. Ball is on the deck. Beers for Anglesea in that contest as the ball's taken out of bounds and it'll be thrown in by the umpire. Top of 18 degrees here today in Torquay. Lovely autumn weather. Got a bit of autumn left in us, and ball goes back into play. Goes onto the deck. Big contest between both teams. Oh, great tackle there, taking a play down, but it's going to be a free kick in Torquay's favour. Quickly played on there by Diamond and takes it inside 50, but it will just roll out of bounds on the forward flank out there.
Yep. Tom Diamond with a couple of early possessions. He and James Dark will be busy through the midfield this afternoon for the Tigers. As Luke says, the ball just inside 50 for the home team. 2 minutes have ticked by on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. McMahon doing the ruck work in his forward line and mops up at ground level too. Nice change of pace from the big man. Left foot ball squaring. Rice has position A for Anglesea. Forced the contest. Ball spills to the back. Swain. Clean hands. Are under all sorts of pressure here though. The Roos. It's eventually coughed up, and Henderson with the quick snap. And as so often, Dale Carson is in the right place at the right time. And he rushes it through for a minor score.
Yeah, good save there by Anglesea once again. Torquay got a good start so far. We haven't been inside 50 yet for Anglesea.
Ball comes out. McMahon having to do the fisting behind the pack. This is Bell Warren. Happy to see it over. He's taken over in the end by Roscoe Holmes. And the ball will be tossed in, 70 around, just forward to centre wing or so from Torquay's goal. Good crowd into here at McCartney Oval. Perfect day, as Luke rightly mentions. Yench palms it down with his right hand. Diamond scrubbing ball. Ball comes to ground level. Strong tackle and should be rewarded by the umpire. Wasn't Swain. His arms up appealing. Torquay play on. They all stopped. And taking the mark, I think, is Clay Page in the forward pocket for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think the players there were surprised that the umpires called played on there, but Torquay have taken advantage of that and they get another shot on goal. This will be their third attempt.
Does look like Clay Page. It's a long way away from us, so apologies if it isn't, but pretty certain, Luke. And he comes from 35. It's a bit narrow in any case, through for a minor score, so 3 behind to Torquay to start the afternoon. Anglesea yet to score, nearly 4 minutes gone on the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
So he'll be taken in once again. And this time they're going to go to the right. Plays on from outside the goal square. Looking for Beers that was, but spoiled very well out of bounds by Torquay, and it'll be thrown back in.
Andrew umpire got the hat on too. Smart decision by him. Bright sunshine baking McCartney Oval this afternoon. Tossed in. Yench palms it over the top. Nice bit of ruck work. Sob was caught, as was Ramey. Sob goes again, tries to get a foot to it. Beers flicks it out wide for Rice. He wants to see it over, and he's helped over in the end by Paul Birchall, and will be thrown in exactly where we just were, Luke.
So let's see what Anglesea can get out of this one. They've yet to sort of show what they can do with the ball in hand. Almost picked up there by Grant for the Roos, but then quickly picked up by Birchall. Takes it towards the centre of the field. 2-on-2 contest. Pick it up there was Bell Warren, and he just takes that ball inside 50 for the first time for Anglesea. He was looking for his teammate there in Lynch, and he picks up the ball. He couldn't mark it in the first place. Back to Bell Warren, and he on the right boot there. He was looking to go for goal, but he finds his teammate on the opposite side of the field, and that was Kerr. A couple of Anglesea players wearing some long sleeves today too. They're rocking the long sleeves.
Yeah, they love a long sleever. Yeah, Bell Warren and who else we got out there? Blake Grant in the long sleeve.
Carson's also got him down back, Dale Carson.
Yep. Who else we got there? Leeds is wearing one. So, yeah, a bit warm for that for mine, Lukey, but they love it.
And he brings it in, Kerr, and that will be the first goal of the day. Anglesea draw first blood, and they're now ahead by 3 points. 1-6 to 3 behinds for Torquay.
Yep, well, it was all set up by Dyson Bell Warren, as you called, Luke. Couple of great pieces of play off half-back, showing his speed and experience. Been a terrific player for a long time, Dyson Bell Warren, and that was all him. Dale Kerr should go up and give him a big thanks at quarter time, because without that bit of play, I don't think Dale would have ended up on the receiving end. So Anglesea with the first, up by 3 points early stages of this first term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Sob wins it out of the middle to centre half forward. Nolan, clean pickup. The goal scorer in Kerr. Left foot snap, not preferred for him. McNamara attacked it. Was Bennett held? No, said the umpire. Ball spills clear. Elliott on the right foot. Snaps around the body. Jack Elliott. Fantastic goal from the forward. Torquay have 2 on the bounce.
And what a look how well Anglesea have started. They've had the ball twice now, and from those 2 passes played, they've converted them into goals. So what a start they're having, and they're showing that they're looking dangerous today.
Must admit, I had exchanged just a couple of messages with the young Jack during the week, Luke, and he promised us a big one. He said he'll try and turn it on for us. He knew we were coming down today, and well, he's delivered nice and early. That was not an easy shot at goal at all.
On the side of the boot, on the run too.
Terrific. Great start for Anglesea. They lead 2 straight. Torquay 3 behinds.
So ball goes up again, and it's Torquay looking to try and clear it out. Garner was involved there as it comes down to the wing. Picked up by Page. Page, he didn't get off the boot as he'd like, but it rolls sort of almost inside 50. Picked up by Anglesea and taken to the other side of the ground. Rice has the ball in hand on the outer wing. Looks for his teammate there in Kerr, but goes too far. And it is a turnover now for Torquay. Short little kick to his teammate there. That's Page again. And he's looking for options now. They slow down the start of this term with the ball in hand. And they kick short again on the outer wing. Looking for a couple of options here, just trying to open the game up. Curry. And a quick hand pass inside 50 now goes to Torquay. Not a good possession there. And Anglesea make the most of it. A few players jumping on each other there, and it'll be a ball up by the umpire just outside Torquay's 50.
Yeah, little sloppy. Had some numbers going forward, Torquay, and just mucked it up as they're about to enter the 50. Yench was up early, mistimed his jump completely. Caldwell comes out for the Roos. Tar forward, that's a good mark.
Great mark. By
Brent Lynch. He was decked as the umpire pay 50. No, and probably the right decision too. Bit of mayo on it from Lynch. It was a terrific mark though. He's a long way from home. Just roosted as long as he can. Long and strong towards Erskine. Fisted away. Leads. Quick hands. Kerr can straighten up and kick Anglesea's third. A hot start from the Roos. Kerr's got a couple.
And what a fast start it is. Like, as we've seen so far this year, Torquay, they're really good on the attack. They got that really high percentage at 238%. So for Anglesea to get on the board early and, apply the pressure early on to the Tigers, it's they're challenging them on their home deck.
Yep. Well, Torquay have had all the play, haven't they? And then as soon as Anglesea go forward, they have literally scored every single time they've taken the ball forward. So great start for them. They lead 3 straight 18 to 3 behinds on the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
So ball goes up again. We've seen plenty of those so far in his first term. Haven't even played 10 minutes yet. Ball in hand with Grant for the Roos. Takes it almost a high call down. It will be by the umpire, so it'll be a free kick to Anglesea. At the centre of the field.
It's Rice, I think.
Rice takes it to Grant, but he doesn't pick it up. He has to sort of recover And the ball, a high ball's taken over there to Leeds, but he can't pick it up. And just a smother there by Torquay. They're doing their best to stop it. Now they've got the possession here. And I'll just stop it here in the pocket toward right in front of us here. Warmall takes it back to his teammate in Birchall. And they keep going backwards now into their goal square. That's Bennett. And they do the switch. Looking at Dawson. He's finding an option. Calling out there was Bennett. And he takes it along the boundary line, but to no effect. And picked up there by Anglesea now. Beers has held it. And taking over the line will be...
There's an Anglesea player down just next to that contest too. Look, didn't quite catch what happened or who it was, but they're up and about now under the Harvey Norman scoreboard, which reads 3 straight 18 to 3 behinds. Anglesea's way. Caldwell was nudged under it by Yench, the big Torquay ruckman. Players appealing for holding the footy. Won't be heard by the umpire, and it'll be tossed up just outside 50.
I think Torquay is still just trying to work out how they stop Anglesea when they're attacking, because they're looking really, really dangerous at the moment when
Absolutely.
they have the ball in hand.
Caldwell takes it out of the ruck, wobbles it forward. I think the ball will beat everyone, although McNamara wins the contest to Birchall on that left foot. Nice looking kick two towards Yench, gives away a free kick. Is it going Yench's way? No, it was going his way, and then it was slapped away by Beers. So it'll be a 50-metre penalty, bit of ill discipline from Beers. Yench with the 50, called the play on, no one on the mark, so he's able to just keep running and gain himself another 5 metres or so. Could prove valuable. Chip inside 50 is good, and Cooper Hurd marks on his chest. Full steam. Lowered the eyes and straight onto the chest to Cooper Hurd.
So Torquay, they're going to be looking for their first goal here. And all of a sudden, it's definitely needed for the Tigers. And he'll be kicking it from about 45 metres out on an angle. He comes in, launches the footy. Looks like it swung to the right again. Oh, it hits the post. Unlucky for the Tigers. That's now 4 behinds. Zip 4-4 to Anglesea, 3-0-18. It's a 14-point margin here at McCartney Oval.
It is. He brought back in by Harrison, who's hobbled off. Luke, just keep an eye on him at the back of play. Here he's, as soon as he kicked it, he started hobbling. Number 2 down there in the back line for Anglesea as play continues. Nolan, just a high up and under footy. Erskine was there as a free kick going the way of Torquay and Sam Warmold. I think it'll be going to Warmold anyway. No, it won't. Going to Pearson Bennett. Spearing ball inboard is nice. They've got runners Diamond, Page on the outer side. Good looking kick too. Numbers streaming forward here. Henderson is one of them. Kicks inside 50 towards Anderson, who marks. He was never dropping that.
And Harrison was running underneath it too. You mentioned before he's got a bit of a hobble on him. He still has that hobble, and he signalled to his team on the bench that he didn't want to come off. But he's playing on Paul McMahon. So Paul McMahon was, I think, trying to get the most of him there by trying to run off him and get a lead. They ended up falling into the hands of Anderson.
Yep.
And
just as soon as he kicked it, Luke, I just saw him. It was his right leg, whatever he did. But anyway, in comes Anderson directly in front. That's a bit of a gimme for a player of his class. No mistake, Torquay do get there first. 1-4-10, they trail by 8 points to Anglesea, who were 3 straight 18 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Plenty of goals to start, which we like.
Yeah, very good attacking from both sides, you must say. And yeah, Torquay finally getting themselves on the scoreboard with a goal.
30 goals for the year now for Lucas Anderson, now bringing himself to just 1 behind Jordan Erskine, who's at the other end of the ground. The 2 clear best forwards in the competition. So it'll be a great battle today, and it's Anderson who strikes first. Last time we were here, Luke, was on Good Friday, round 1 of the BFL, and Anderson kicked 7 on debut and was just extraordinary against Ocean Grove, and certainly hasn't slowed down since. Kicked 11 against Amos in round 2 as well, directly after. Missed a couple of weeks through suspension, but 29 goals in, or 30 now in 5 and a bit games is fair going.
Well, I think we're definitely in for a high-scoring affair today. So, you know, already 10-18. We are coming up to the 15th minute mark of the first term, but there's definitely been much more attacking than there has been defending so far in the start of this game. So, ball goes up there, and it's a tap there from Yench. As Torquay hold possession, they bring it inside 50. A couple of men go up there, and from out the back there, it looked like Torquay, they had their hands on the ball. They took it down to ground, and it'll be a ball up from the umpire. about 30 metres away from Torquay's goals. And the tap there was made by Harrison. Looks to have recovered from that hobble he had just before. Goes back, trying to keep it down with Swain. Bounces out of bounds. Just near the behind post for Torquay.
Yep, 15 minutes gone on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Big tossed in. 10 around from home for the Tigers. McMahon has front position against Harrison. The two relief ruckmen. Ball spills out to Curry, who has to kick quickly. Does so. Will play on be called here. The mark wasn't taken by Beers in any case. And we'll have another ball up in a very good position here for Torquay.
Tigers will be licking their lips here to try and snag another goal.
Yep, Harrison reached over the top. Quick kick came from, that was Chris Kennedy, excuse me. The mark was taken just inside the line. I think that's Cal Curry.
Yeah, that is.
Over on the outer side, tucked up against the boundary. He's a very skillful player. This would take his best though. He'll kick from about 45 out. No, he won't. He squares it to Dark. That's pretty poor defending from Anglesea. He had plenty of time to find a man, but they left the two-time Ash medalist all by himself.
And when you're playing a team like Torquay, you know, you got to keep your eyes on those people in the forward line, because they're definitely going to take advantage of them, especially with how the Tigers have been going so far this season, kicking so many goals.
In comes James Dark from 45, hangs it up. It's across the face. Nearly a good mark taken by McMahon, but through for a rushed behind. Kick in quickly. Finds Ash Caldwell at half-back for Anglesea. Kick down the line. Good-looking kick too for Nolan. He's nudged off it by Doyle. That'll be a good couple of big boys there competing. Geez, that's well done by Bell Warren. Danced through a couple. Lovely bit of bodywork from Lynch. Found a way through and just sockers it forward looking for Erskine. Didn't find him. Hurley bursts away. Good-looking kick too and finds Waylon Doyle.
So Doyle, he just quickly passes on to his teammate Hurley. They take it to the centre of the field in the hand of Page. Takes it onto the painter 50, but could not mark it there. That was McMahon. Tries to remove the ball, and he does. Gives it to Dark, and he takes it out to the pocket. And picked up by Anglesea. It's still in play there. One-on-one, the ball will go over the boundary line, and the umpire will call for a throw-in. So Torquay quick to bring that ball in. They're trying to match Anglesea with that fast-attacking...
A free kick.
A free kick. Don't think that might have been for deliberate.
Must have been paid for deliberate. Didn't see anything else. Had to have been.
So from the pocket again, I think there might be Curry, and he takes it in on the right boot. Oh, hits the post. That's the second poster for the game.
Wow.
And the margin is now 6 points. Torquay 1-6-12 to Anglesea 3 straight 18.
Hot start to this one. Short ball finds Nathan Lynch in the back pocket. Goes short to Caldwell. Oh no, straight through his hand. No, he's able to get the juggle. Went straight through his hands originally. Former Grovedale player, but playing some great footy for Anglesea since his arrival a couple of years ago. Hugs the line. Nolan had to jump early. Couldn't complete the mark. Hurley with him. And the ball is out of play. Just forward to centre wing for Torquay.
Yeah, Hurley did a great job there.
So 1-6 for Torquay, 1-6-12 to 3 straight. Opposite ends of the spectrum there on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Doyle and Caldwell go at it. Strong, firm tackle from Page, who's been productive early for Torquay. We'll have another ball up. See if Luke can get it out of there for us.
So just coming up to 19 minutes played in this first term. And picked up there straight away by Anglesea. Juggling it was Beers. And the umpire's called high, so it'll be free kick for Anglesea, and Beers will take the ball again as he waits for his teammates to set up. Thinking about going long, but I reckon he might go short here if he can find a player. Takes it just right in front of our vantage point here, looking for his teammate in Caldwell, but he couldn't get his hands on it. And it's now a contest, and the umpire will throw that one back up. And that was McNamara that stopped Caldwell from taking control of that ball. So the umpire will throw it up. Tap out there by Caldwell. The ball's on the deck. Kerr trying to remove it. Another ball up. just about 20 metres outside, on the wing here, 20 metres outside Anglesea's 50. Now third ball up now. Tap on it there was Caldwell, I believe, and the ball will just roll towards the boundary line. Well, that could have been high, and it will be. Bell Warren that was, so he'll get the free kick. And I reckon he'll be quickly trying to bring this one inside 50.
Yep, he will. Just forward of centre. Not a heap on for him, so he's just forced to drive it long. Wasn't a great kick. Wasn't to the advantage of anyone, really. Raid me with some quick hands. Miss Bennett. Has to mop up McNamara in his own defensive goal square. Ben McNamara. Chipping ball was nice, but an absolute pudding is dropped by Tom Grace. The ball goes out of play. A little sloppy there from Tommy Grace.
I think Anglesea are just trying to pick where they go with the ball when they attack. They want to be careful with how they execute it. And I think they were just being a bit too cautious there and ended up not being effective for them.
Both ruckmen missed that. Grant's first on the scene, clean hands. It's well done by Kerr. Spun back onto his right foot towards Erskine. Geez, he tunnelled McNamara. Should be a free kick to McNamara, I would have thought. But in the end, it's going to... Well, it must have been a free kick for something else, because that wasn't... Beers who gave away the free kick, Luke. Well, I don't think.
I thought it would have been a free kick for Erskine, but it's not.
It's gone against Birchall, so there must have been a hold on top of that. So in comes Beers from 40 out, pretty much directly in front. He has hit the post. Was it 3 posters already?
3 posters for the game.
Wow.
And the scoreline now reads 1-6-12 for Torquay to 3-1 Anglesea. So 7 scoring shots for Torquay to Anglesea's 4. And umpires
50.
Paid a 50 here as it was brought back in.
Against Erskine, I think.
I didn't see what that was for. But it'll be taken just inside the centre square here as we look for the footy now. And Dark will be...
Where has the ball gone?
There it is. Went to go take it left, so they've brought it back. And Dark will be taking it. He does a quick... Oh, he was going to go hand pass there, but he plays on. Tries to progress the ball downfield. Just on the paint of 50 there for Torquay. Looking for his teammate. He had to go to ground to mark that one, and all the players jumping him. It'll be a ball up. And umpire's looking for men to go up there. Ball goes up. Tapped there. Almost by Torquay, and then picking it up was Grant for Anglesea. Bell Warren tries to get it out. There's still a contest going on. Sob brings it forward a little, but it'll be another ball up.
Oh, holding the ball.
Holding the ball. It'll be Torquay's free. And it might be going into the hands of Birchall. Nope.
It's Roscoe Holmes, I think, out there with the salt and pepper through the hair.
So he'll take it inside 50. And, great mark there. Intercept mark by... I can't say that.
Schneering.
Schneering. So first time with the ball today for Schneering as he takes it to his defensive goal square. That will be Lynch. And they're running the switch, looking for Rice. And, great mark there by Rice. They should pay that one. Oh, no, it's gone Torquay's way. And taken inside 50 again, and that's a great mark there.
I'd love to see that again. That looked like Jack Rice's mark to me, did it not?
Well, I don't know. He didn't really
No, he didn't protest, did he? No.
So maybe it's just from our vantage.
The umpire is a lot closer than us, so... But from where we were sitting, it looked like he was going to be paid the mark. Anyway.
So Curry now lining up for goal. He's looking for Torquay's second goal. They're 1-6-12 to Anglesea's 3-1-19. 23 minutes played. He takes this one in on the right boot. That looks like it's going over for a goal, and it is. And the margin is back to 1 point. Yep,
terrific game of footy on our hands, as you would expect with when one plays two. It's certainly what we've got. Cal Curry with his first of the afternoon, 23rd of the season. He is a terrific player through midfield and forward. 2-6-18 the Tigers. Anglesea 3-1-19 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Great supporters of local footy and netball. Make sure you make your way down to the Warm Ponds and Corio stores. They'll help you out for all your needs. We're back in the middle. Yench dominantly out of the ruck against Nolan. No recognised ruckman for Anglesea today. Wobbled forward. Ball pitches on its end. McMahoney's a left footer, so forced a handball. Good pressure comes. I think that's Stephen for Anglesea in the long sleeves. There are a lot out there, Luke. You're spot on. It was Tom Stephen, cousin of Jack. One that holding the ball decision actually. Kick from Grant comes very wide. Too wide in the end for Nolan. Out in the full, and Max Hurley will take their free kick.
So Hurley now, he's looking for an option. He's going to bomb this one into 50. Takes a couple of steps out. And once again, Anglesea with a great intercept mark down back. That is Lynch.
Carson,
Dale Carson. And he'll now switch to the left side of the ground. Looking for Erskine, who's just down there. And picked up straight away, taken inside Torquay's 50. And the umpire will call a ball up now. 40 metres out from goal.
haven't seen a lot of Dale Carson. Called his name just before. Been outstanding this season. He'd be nearly leading the Ash Medal, I reckon, by this stage of the season. Been brilliant playing in defence. Anderson doing the ruck with this time. Mops up his own work too, can you believe that? Kick towards goal. Went through McMahon, who applies the tackle. And
will be out of bounds to hit the
post.
Behind post.
He's appealing for deliberate, McMahon? I think he might have been, but anyway. Fell on deaf ears. It'll be tossed in just next to that said behind post. Good position for Torquay. Great throwing by the young boundary umpire too. Now free kick going the way of Jacob Nolan. Anderson, the smaller man, giving away the size and the free kick. So Nolan in his defensive 50 looking straight into the sun. He'll switch the play towards this broadcast side. Hangs it in the air a long time to Carson. It eventually makes his way there, and McMahon barrels him over. It should be a 50.
It is 50. Yeah, umpire's called 50.
Yep, and good to see McMahon with a quick apology. So all's well in love and war, as they say. And Carson will happily take the 50 in no real hurry. The star backman.
So just hitting the 26th minute of this first term. And he'll take it, looking for his teammate there. It was 2-on-1 in the end, Torquay's favour. We'll go out of bounds now, taking it over. That was Warmold. So Torquay here, they come into this game 7-zip against Anglesea 6-1. So there's a game still between these two. Tap out there by Anglesea. And picked up there, that would be Kerr. Takes the inside 50. Oh, bit of a clash there between with number 31 for Torquay there. And then tackled down just inside the centre square. Umpire will call for another ball up. This is where Anglesea really want to make the most of it here. See if they can snag a goal in the last dying minutes of the first term. Taken by Dawson. Out onto the outer wing. And Torquay got possession of the ball. Shrugs off a tackle there. And Garner brings it inside 50. 2-on-1 this time in Anglesea's favour. Now picked up by Rice. He's got a bit of space on him on the right boot. Looking for Sob. And a great mark instead by Birchall. Does the short kick to Bonnie. And then we'll take it across the face of goals. And great mark there down in the pocket. I believe that is McMahon.
Yep.
Nice
been good early,
mark.
hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Been a real threat. I'm sure there was plenty of work put into Lucas Anderson coming in, but there are so many options down there for Torquay, and this man's been a very good player for the Tigers for a long time.
So McMahon be kicking this probably from about 25 to 30 metres on an angle on the right boot. Oh, he's a left footer, but on the right side, and that's gone through for a goal. So Torquay take the lead. They're now 3-6-24 to Anglesea's 3-1-19. 5-point margin now for the Tigers. They now lead for the first time since the start of the game.
Yep, and great start. That's a big goal, Luke, towards the end of the quarter. They all count, but particularly in red time, as they say, it's incredibly valuable to go into a break with a goal like that, as you say, puts them in front on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. 24 plays 19. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on the live stream this afternoon. Caldwell won it down to Kerr. Wobbles it forward. Raidme gathers. Swings it to half forward. Good looking kick too to Curry. He's happy to hold it up. Swings on his left foot if you don't mind. Inside 50, right on the siren. And it's a tremendous quarter of footy, as you would expect in 1v2. It's the Tigers. 3-6-24 leading Anglesea. 3-1-19. We'll be back shortly with scores from around the grounds in the BFL and the GFL and goal kickers from this one. It's Torquay leading at quarter time. Welcome back, everyone. Quarter time here at McCartney Oval. Real humdinger of a battle so far between first and second on the ladder between Torquay and Anglesea. 3-6-24, Torquay lead Anglesea 3-1-19. Quickly, we'll just run through the goal kickers for you. For the Tigers, Luke Sanderson with 1, Paul McMahon with 1, and Cal Curry also with a single. Dale Kerr has got 2 for Anglesea, and Jack Elliott is the other goal kicker. Around the grounds, Luke, do you want to quickly zip through the BFL other games in the Ballarat for us this afternoon?
Yeah, Bowen Heads leading Mottawarri by 3 points at quarter time. 5-4-34 to 5-1-31. Ocean Grove leading Amos by 2 points. 2-2-14 to 2-zip-12. And Newcomb leading Drysdale by just a goal. 6 straight 36 to 5 straight 30. So a bit of goal kicking going on down there. And if we look to the GFO really quickly as well, Bell Park getting the better of North Shore, 8-5, 53 to 3-3, 21 so far. That's played at North Shore today too. South Barwon beating Lara, 3-6, 24 to 2-5, 17. Joey is ahead of Grovedale, 3-3, 21 to 2-2, 14. And Leopold, 3 straight 18 ahead of Giants at West Oval, 2-1, 13.
Big game that one at West Oval too. A bit riding on that for both teams. If Leopold dropped that, they would be hard pressed to make the 5 in the GFL. And of course tomorrow you can tune into another live stream with the GFL, St Mary's and Newtown, also live on K-Rock from 12 p.m. First bounce is at 1 o'clock. It'll be all live streamed on AFL Bar on Facebook, and as I say, live on K-Rock on your radio 955 or online at krockfootball.com.au. But today we're down here in the Ballarat, Luke, and it's a quarter of footy, wasn't it? And Torquay only retook the lead late in that quarter thanks to Paul McMahon. What did you see in that opening term?
Well, it's really hard to split either side so far at the moment. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, and as you can tell, we saw at the start of the term, Anglesea, they were really quick when they had the ball in hand, taking it inside 50 and just converting with goal. Torquay, I'd say they're a bit more measured. Obviously, they had a much more goal-kicking attempts. They've had 9 attempts at the scoreboard so far to Anglesea's 4. So you could say on paper that Torquay still look like the stronger side and have just been a bit unlucky, and they have. They've hit the post twice. So they could be ahead by even more. But yeah, I still think it's quite an even contest out there.
Yep, the game started off at a bit of a frenetic pace, didn't it? But it sort of moved into a bit of rhythm in the latter stage of that opening term, and that's sort of when Torquay looked in a little more control, because early, every time Anglesea went forward, they were scoring. They kicked 3 within 3 minutes probably, and 2 within a minute.
And that's their only 3 goals, mind you, too.
Yeah. So haven't seen much of Jordan Erskine. I'm not sure he's even had a possession. And if he has, only the 1 or 2, so they can get a bit more out of him, and they will, obviously, with a player as good as him. But, I mean, Anderson's only got the 1 goal so far. It's been the other forwards, Curry and McMahon and Page, doing the damage for Torquay. So, and Henderson as well, I should include in that too. So, a bit more to get out for some key players for both sides as the fans make their way off the field. Should remind everyone too, if you want to keep up with the scores throughout the afternoon, go via Team App, the AFL Barwon Team App, or aflbarwon.com.au. You'll be able to sort you out with scores through the day. There were no scores from Queenscliff and Port Arlington, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get them up for quarter time. Plenty of youngsters out there, Lukey, I can see, just not wanting to get off the field. Good to see.
And we'll talk about before we got in there about how good the participation is down here at Torquay.
Yep.
So it's great to see a huge turnout at today's game.
Plenty of young tackers out there kicking the footy, which is a great tradition and part of local sport. So we're just about ready to get back underway. Second term, Torquay leading Anglesea 3-6-24 to 3-1-19. For those who weren't with us in the opening term, the goal kickers quickly. Singles to Anderson, McMahon and Curry for Torquay, and for Anglesea 2 to Dale Kerr and 1 to Jack Elliott. We're all set. Second term, McCartney Oval, BFL footy. Fantastic contest. There's Colball up early. Buse, haven't called a lot of him this afternoon. Called a bit of James Dark. He's in there for the Tigers. Ball up early. A couple of Ash medalists there. Stars of the competition. Yanch dominantly down. Socked forward. I think Kerr got the last touch to it. Buse was caught and ripped off it by Diamond, who's been terrific early for the Torquay to win the free kick in the middle of the ground.
So Torquay now with possession. This is their first attack for this term. Taking inside 50, looking for McMahon. Almost gets his hands on it. Just filters out at the end there. Picked up by Harrison. He just bombs it out of defensive 50, but back into the hands of Warmold for the Tigers. And he'll look to reset, looking for another option. Jensch is calling it out there, but he goes for a great contest, picked up by Torquay, and they'll take it inside 50. Going up on, not a mark there, umpire calls play on. Great tackle there by Lynch. And it'll be a ball up inside Torquay's forward 50.
Yeah, that was Cal Curry kicking that inside 50. Geez, hasn't he started well? He's a smooth mover. That man, star of the competition. Cobbled down for Anglesea. Lynch got his handball clear. Buse was tripped, but play on, said the umpire. Lynch again wobbles it out, but only into the arms of Tom Diamond, who's had plenty of it. Long way from home, inside the centre square, goes long. It's Dale Carson's in the front position. Could have marked, spoiled away by McMahon. And holding the footy is the decision, if I can spit that out, against Lockie Bonney.
Harrison will take the footy.
Good to see he's recovered from whatever was wrong with him in the opening term. Harrison goes long to centre wing. Doyle's got front position.
Oh.
Gee, that's a good mark. Tom Jensch fly across the front of the pack. The big man with some strong hands on centre wing.
So Jensch, I think he's having trouble looking for an option, so he hand passes his teammate to his right. That's Cardi, and he doesn't do much with the footy. Picked up by Anglesea. That was Buse, and Erskine tried to get his hands on the footy, but Torquay just set up very well down back. McNamara takes it across inside to the centre circle. That's Curry once again. And he's looking for someone. Another short kick by the Tigers. Bennett out to the outer wing. And it goes back to Bennett. So you could say the Tigers are a bit stuck here. Anglesea manning up well.
Oh.
And that was not a very good kick. Anglesea make the most of it.
What?
It goes back to Bennett.
Looked like he meant that.
Yeah. And now, oh gee, that could have been high there, but it's play on. And it will be a high against him. Bell Warren might be appealing there, but Torquay, they'll take the free kick. Inside 50 it goes. Oh, couldn't be marked there by McMahon. Slips out of his hands. There's a couple of drop marks Torquay have now had. And it will be taken out of bounds. So I don't think Torquay would be too happy with that passage of play for the last 2 minutes there. They really had a chance there to get something.
Yep. Little sloppy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
By both teams.
By both ends, yeah.
Yeah, yep. So it'll be tossed in just inside 50 in front of a healthy crowd here at McCartney Oval. Front position came from McMahon, who butters up his own work. He's caught by Corbell. Gets a kick away. Swain went with the one hand. Comes out, quick hands to Hurd. Can he straighten up? He's caught. Got in the 360. Luke Rounds with a strong tackle. Wins himself the free kick. Hurd just holding onto the footy. Delaying some time. Rounds, former Collingwood listed player, goes to centre half back and finds Lewis Beers, who's been lively enough in the opening term. No one on the mark, so he's able to just run clear. Goes long to half forward. Ramey with the fist. Comes down. Good work by Lynch. That was Brent. Wobbling forward. Warmel decks Elliott and earned himself a free kick over on the outer side. Jack Elliott. He'll have to kick from 45, a bit like Curry shot earlier. Very, very similar.
Yeah, he's going to go for it too. I think he was looking for an option, but he's in a bit of an awkward position, so he's sort of forced himself into going for goal here. He's
already kicked one pearler today, Jack Elliott, from the boundary. Elliott has kicked it. Oh, he's a big fan of his own work. I've never met a man who is more happier than what he brings to the table than Jack Elliott. But why wouldn't you after a finish like that? Couple of fantastic goals from the Anglesea forward, and they retake the lead on the Harvey Norman scoreboard early in this second term. 4-1-25. They lead Torquay by a solitary point. 3-6-24.
And that's Elliott's 14th goal for the season. He's second today. He's second on the Anglesea goal-kicking board behind the big man Erskine. And as Josh said before, he's on 31 goals so far this season, leading the BFL goal-kicking. So the ball goes up. It was awkwardly tapped there by Jensch. And the umpire will call for a free kick. And quickly, Diamond, he takes it down to the pocket. Going up, oh, great mark there. That was number 10 of Dale Carson. He's had some good marks so far today, but been a bit quiet arguably as well. Short kick to his teammate in Sob. Inside the centre square it goes. Leeds, Tom Leeds that is, to the centre circle. Nolan, he's been in form lately. He's been good, and that was a great kick by him inside 50.
Oh, it's on.
Yep. I think Anglesea, they're not too happy with that one. They're definitely calling for a free kick at least. Bit fight. Oh, it's still going on here. A bit fired up, the players. And umpires resolved that one. And what's
50. Erskine took the 50 while
goal.
everyone was busy fighting.
Had the binoculars on the fight, so I didn't even know. So Erskine takes that goal. A nice easy one for him. And that brings the margin now out to 7 points for the Roos all of a sudden.
Yeah, won't get too many easier than that, Jordan Erskine. Oh yeah, let alone this afternoon.
It did seem to be, it should have been, well, it was marked, and it probably would have been a free kick either way because of the late contact there. But
how was the kick from Nolan too?
Yeah,
spearing onto his chest.
Kick. Yeah, that's it. Fired right inside 50.
It's been good. Jacob Nolan early hasn't hit the scoreboard yet, but done plenty of work up the ground. Impressive so far. So Anglesea with 2 goals to open this second term. 5-1, 31 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Torquay 3-6-24. We've played 7 minutes. There's a bit of a stoppage in play because the ball went over the netting behind. The goals were right to get back underway. Anglesea with 2 quick ones to start. Grant, not sure he got rid of it, but play on, said the umpire. Leeds goes to work at ground level. Couldn't get a boot to it. Numbers submerge him. We'll have a ball up right next to the centre circles. 7.5 minutes played. Second term. Yench won it down. Geez, Nolan bursting out in the front of the stoppage and kicks from 55, but he's pulled it. That would have been a terrific goal, but through for a minor score, Jacob Nolan.
So Nolan's fired up here in the start of the second term, which is great to see. And now the ball will be brought back in by Torquay. They've got to be careful here, the Tigers, as they are at the moment, looking for an effective option, something that they won't stuff up on him. And he's played on. Takes it long down the field. And almost marked there by the Anglesea player, but he couldn't get his hands on it properly. And now the contest is on the outer wing. And progressed forward by Torquay. And reaching out there was number 15 of... I can't say
Schneering.
Schneering. And now they go for the switch, and Lynch will take this one, and he'll just pause the play for the moment as he collects himself again. Not the greatest of kicks. Goes over the top of Luke Rounds. And good handball work here. Anderson was involved in that for Torquay. Rice there fending off from the Torquay player. And now taking great safe chest mark there by Yench. And they'll take it into 50. No Torquay players around. Lynch there trying to get his hands on the balls. An awkward bounce for him. And Anglesea, they're just trying to get it off Torquay's hands here. And great tackle there, but we have a player down as well, number 3, Bell Warren, for Anglesea. Bit going on. It's not Bell Warren, sorry.
Yeah, it's Elliott down at centre-half back. Play continues. Geez, Yench came in with a big hip and shoulder on Kerr. Mark taken by Tom Grace, just outside 50. Elliott slowly making his way off the ground too, Luke. Goes short. Anderson got 2 hands to it, couldn't mark. Leads. Now Caldwell. But there isn't a heap forward for him. Doyle takes intercept mark, drives it back inside 50. Henderson arrives late. Couldn't mark. Geez, Diamond burst away through. Caught. Got his hands clear. Did he? No, said the umpire. Throw is paid. It's a hot footy out there. Carson with the free kick for Anglesea. Went off his line, so called the play on. Kick was smothered. Nolan did a pretty good job at ground level. Could be a free kick to the Torquay player who looked to be caught high there. Not paid by the umpire. And we'll have a throw up just outside the paint of 50. Plenty going on second term here, Luke.
There. So ball be thrown up by the umpire here just outside Torquay's 50. Ball hits the deck. Looking to get rid of it is Anglesea. It progresses forward now over to the outer wing. Plenty of contests going on. Ball still in play. It's on the deck. And Anglesea are calling for what might be a deliberate. Will be thrown in by the umpire. So Anglesea 5-2-32 to Torquay's 3-6-24. Just over 10 minutes played in the second term. Ball's thrown back. Going up. Yench got a tap there at the end. He put his arm out. And now he goes to deck. And Torquay, they take control of the ball, take it inside 50, going out deep. Oh, that's a goal too. Fantastic goal there by the Tiger. I didn't pick up who that was.
It was Dark. Dark.
The small man. Great goal there by Dark. And I think Holmes was trying to race for it, but he just got over the line before him, which is a good it was good for Torquay to get that one in. So now the margin's down to 2 points, 4-6-30 to 5-2-32.
Yep, they just had a couple of minutes there where they controlled play, didn't they? And they get some reward for it. Lovely goal on the run from James Dark. As I mentioned, 2-time Ash medalist. Fantastic player. Good to see him back in Torquay colours.
Yep.
So back in the middle. 2 points to margin, as Luke says on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Cracking game of footy. Corbell holds his own in the ruck. They get it out of the middle. Birchall's scrubbed kick was fortuitous for Garner. Inside 50, he goes Carson up early. Jeez, he is a force.
Yeah, another good mark by Carson there.
Goes wide. Safe enough to rounds at half back. Squaring balls. Pretty good for Beers, who just went with the one hand. Probably go a couple next time. Ball's on the wing. Free kick for in the back, though. So they'll get away with it, Anglesea, and Beers will take the free kick. Backward of centre wing. Not a lot for him upfield. Leeds makes a lead for him, pardon the pun. Goes further still. Grant with a juggling mark is paid just inside the boundary line, right over on the outer side. Goes inside 50. Erskine had to stretch, couldn't mark. The ball is, he's giving a free kick.
Could have been pushed in the back.
Yep. So Erskine, long way from home, but he does have a big leg on him. We know that. What do you rate his chances here, Luke?
Well, I was about to say the ball's been out there for set shots plenty of times today, so...
I'm going to back him in.
Okay.
I think he'll kick it. From 55, Jordan Erskine gives it a roost to cross the face.
Oh, out of bounds. Hit the behind
what
post.
do I know? Out in the full.
So it will end up being Torquay's ball without a score for the Roos. And the margin sits at 2 points. Hurley has got it. Just outside the centre square, so they've already dished off the ball once, the Tigers, and he'll go to his left. Short kick to his teammate in the far pocket over there. And now Bennett has the ball. Going over to his teammate, they do a switch to Warmold, and he marks that. Nolan is the man on him. Bit of pressure here for the Tigers, and Henderson trying to find a man. He goes back to Warmold. Dark's there, but the big man of Jackson Views picks that one up, and he just dishes out to Beers. Beers takes it inside 50. Plenty of players going up for the ball. Erskine's there. And it's still across the face, but no Roos players there, and I think it will go across for a rush behind. So now a 3-point margin for the Roos. 5-3-33 to 4-6-30 for the Tigers.
All thanks to Harvey Norman. Birchall short to McNamara in the back pocket, who plays on. Drives it long to the wing. Balwarren's got best position here. Spoilt from behind by Yench, but the umpire adjudicates it. The Torquay man gave away the free kick, so Balwarren the recipient in front of his own bench. Coach Paul Nigro watching on there in the background.
Just had to launch this one, I reckon.
Yep, and he does so. Gives it a good roost towards Grant, and Erskine. Grant came late, nearly marks the smallest man in the pack. Erskine applies a strong tackle and thumps his man to the ground. And I think it'll be given a free kick against Jordan Erskine, will it? The ball went through for a goal, I think. The Torquay player is still down. It was a firm tackle.
Yeah, he's on all fours at the moment. He might have just...
I think it's Hurley.
Yep, might have copped the most of that impact there. He gets up. He's okay.
He probably should get a free kick for a dangerous tackle. I can see the umpires converging here. I wonder what they're going to do.
50-50 call here by the officials.
They have... What are they going to pay? They're still deliberating.
Well, they're waiting for
two umpires. So the play continued. It must have gone through for a behind, but it won't be paid. So it's a free kick to Max Hurley. So no score, and play continues. Bennett drives it towards Henderson. Good fist comes from Balwarren, who's been good. The ball out of play.
So on the true centre wing here is the footy. Margin of 3 points. Coming up to the 16th minute in this second term. Jensch gets a hand there from behind. Picked up by Dark. He does a chipping kick to his teammate there. And that's in the hands of Bonnie. Progresses it along the boundary line. And stopping it is Swain. Ball still in play. Picked up by Schnering. I got it. Thanks, Josh. And it's now out of bounds.
Well done.
Thank you. I just look at it and it just looks hard to say.
No, it is one of those names.
It's got 2 R's in it.
Tossed in. Geez, Jensch tried to put that into the stratosphere. Didn't get much of it. Henderson caught and well caught. That's a great tackle by Kerr. Should have been rewarded. Play continues though. Belwarren streams through McCartney Oval. Got a man over the top. That's Lynch from 60. Hangs it out. There's a bit going on behind play. Nolan's taken the mark in the meantime. And below us, there's a bit of push and shove going on. No love lost between the coastal rivals.
Yeah, they're definitely fired up today.
Once again, Dyson Belwarren showing his class. Tommy Jensch with a few words to Luke Rounds on the way off. But in amongst all that, Jacob Nolan ended up with a footy from 45 outs. In he comes, looks pretty good. He's got it. Anglesea with their 6. They're playing some good footy.
And we're in the second term here in Torquay. They're down by 9 points, so they've got to be worried with what's going on at the moment. And yeah, great goal there, great turnaround by Anglesea there. Another quick, fast, attacking footy that they're playing.
Yep, so on the Harvey Norman scoreboard, Anglesea 6-3-39, Torquay 4-6-30. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman. Make sure you make your way down to the Warm Ponds and Corio stores today.
So the ball comes back to the centre square. 17 minutes in this second term. And they go up. And a tap out there was by Caldwell. And he tries to clear it now. Just on the pain of 50. Picked up by Torquay, and that was Dark there. He's done well. Looking for his teammate, that was Doyle. Couldn't get his hands on it properly. Ball was on the ground. And they all jump on it, and it'll be a ball up by the umpire, I believe, here. And he calls for it. So we'll see how Torquay can respond here. The advantage is starting to lean towards the Roos way as we approach half-time. Big fist there was by one of the Torquay players trying to get that one out of the congestion. And it'll be it'll be a free kick here into the hands of Caldwell, and he quickly progresses it. Looking for Erskine, but couldn't get his hands on it. That was McNamara that was playing well on Erskine. And it's picked up by, looks like Elliott all the way out there. And he's still got the hands on the footy. He gets rid of it when he's tackled, and it goes out of bounds. And there's a bit going on between Elliott and his opponent there.
Yeah, certainly no love lost out there, is there?
Definitely not.
There's a bit going on all over the ground. Bit of passion. Good to see. Tossed in. Inside Anglesea's forward 50 Erskine, nearly impeded in the ruck. Ball spill was clear. Nolan been impressive, and then the stiff arm too, if you don't mind. Mears from 50. McNamara's got best position, fisted away from him by like Leeds or Stephen, one of those two. They look very similar. It was Leeds in the end of the Sam variety. Ball out of play, basically where we were just before. Big Caldwell this time in the ruck against Leyland Doyle. Caldwell palmed it down to Buse, who couldn't gather cleanly. Strong tackle comes, and we'll have another ball up. And
yeah, with Jensch on the interchange at the moment, Doyle's come in to relieve with the ruck work. But Jensch has been pretty strong so far.
It's been very good. Yep.
In the middle.
Leyland Doyle no mug either. Palms it over his head this time. Quick kick comes. Cardi with quick hands. Doyle coughed it up. Handball towards Erskine, who tries the soccer off the ground. Didn't make any contact with it. Ball still spills clear. Anglesea with the numbers. Strong tackle by Birchall. And we'll have another ball up. That tackle came on Sob. See if Luke can get it out of there for us.
So footy still remains down in Anglesea's 50. Going up there high was Caldwell. He's been good in the last 5 minutes. And it's just snapped in at the teeth of the goals. And it's just a 3-on-3 contest. Taken down Raveney, he brought that ball down. There'll be a ball up by the umpire once again. So we passed the 20-minute mark in this second term. Ball goes up. Going up earlier was a Torquay man, to no effect. And now the ball sifts out of that contest, but the players file over to the footy and it goes out of bounds again. So a nice even contest so far here at Spring Creek Reserve. First versus second in the BFL ladder. Torquay that game ahead. They haven't lost so far this year. And Anglesea, oh look at that. That was a dribbling kick by Grant. And it's gone for a behind, just left of the goals.
Yep, he is known for the miraculous Blake Grant. The Donald Wizard, they call him, Luke, from Donald in, I don't know if it's North or South Victoria, but long way from here, I know that. So Curry goes wide to Bennett at half-back. Not a great kick. Belwarren swoops in, takes the mark, goes quickly, and he is not a man you want to give some time and space to. And here is the Donald Wizard, Blake Grant, who marks directly in front of goal, 40 out. So just a couple of scorers creeping in here for Torquay and Anglesea. Whilst they're not blasting the margin out too much, they are taking control of the contest.
And they've matched the scoring shots too. It's now 10 apiece.
Yep.
This will be the 11th.
Was lopsided early to Torquay, wasn't it? So Grant from directly in front just turns, and a muted celebration. He knew off the boot that was straight through. 7-4-46. They lead Torquay on 30. And that is the biggest lead of the match, I believe, Luke,
so,
if I'm not mistaken.
A few worried signs here by the Tigers faithful now.
So 3 goals on the bounce for Anglesea. 7-4-46 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Torquay 4-6-30. We've played 22 and a half minutes in the second term.
Yeah, so Torquay, they'll be going into halftime now. They'll concede that they weren't going too well in this second term, and they'll be thinking about their game plan for the second half of this game. As the ball goes back up into the centre, and picked up by one hand was Buse, but the ball keeps playing on. Lynch trying to pick up the ball in front of him. Buse once again, nice little spin move there. He passes it quickly to Sob, and they take it to the outer wing. Now into the hands of Nolan, and it's actually filtered out of bounds the ball, so it'll be thrown back in. So Torquay 1 game ahead on the ladder. If they lose today, Anglesea match them at the top. And a nice strong tap out there by the Tigers. Dark with the footy. He darts between players, looking for his teammate there. A great kick and a great mark there by McMahon. One of the most forward players for the Tigers, so he's got to wait for his players to filter past him. And now he looks for an option. He's calling for somebody. Not too happy with what he's got in front of him. Takes it inside 50. One-on-one contest there. Going up, that was Rice for Anglesea, and they take over the ball. The Roos. Carson there, a big kick out to the outer pocket.
Yep, went out in the full.
Keep an eye on Carson. He's got a bit of a
Oh, and he nearly gives away a free kick there too. We will keep an eye on him, Lucas. Dark's kick inside 50 came. What did you see here? He is limping off, isn't he? Away from that contest. Let me keep an eye on that, Luke. They would not be pleased to lose a player of his calibre. Yench palms it down for the ruck in the meantime for Torquay. He went to ground afterwards too. No free kick. Big contest this. Jeez, McMahon came flying through. Well done by Leeds. Some hard stuff there. Kick clear. Jeez. Coming quickly was Lynch, but a good mark going back was Doyle. Dark. Approached by Kerr. Handball wasn't great. Bennett, a centre-half forward, lowers the eyes. Misses his man in Grace. Spills clear. Doyle. Torquay still with a chance. Grace upended. Belwarren quickly out of there. Juggling mark is taken by Hurley.
And now we have Tom Diamond down. He's being carried off by one of the trainers at Torquay.
Oh.
He's got...
In the meantime, Yench jumps early and takes a strong mark.
Tom Diamond looks like he's got something wrong with his right leg. He was in a contest. When he went down to the ground, he was just very sore. And I saw him attend to that somewhere around that right knee. So he's limping off the ground with the trainers next to him.
Yep.
Now we've got Yench here.
Just see him in the background of the shot there if you're watching on the live stream. Good to see he's walking off unassisted, although he is quite proppy. Yench, anyhow, from pretty much directly in front, keeps it low. Looks like he's pulled it and has to the far side. First score for big Tom Yench, been good in the ruck though, the big man for Torquay.
So now 11 shots on goal apiece by the side. 7-4-46 for Anglesea to 4-7-31 for Torquay. 25 minutes played in this second term. We're coming near to the half-time siren. Nice big kick there taken by Jack Rice. I think the umpire called play on. And ball is on the deck, picked up there by Hurd. He takes it behind in the centre square. Nice chipping kick, but to no effect. And that was Belwarren there. He just socks it along the ground. Picked up quickly by Lynch. Brent Lynch, that is. And ball, awkward bounce for the Roos, but it still progresses forward with them. Now into the hands of Nolan. Chasing after the ball on his right boot, but he goes for a behind there. So another minor for the Roos.
For a big man, he's got a nice turn of foot, Jacob Nolan. It's a few times he's burst clear of an opponent. Birchall plays on for Torquay. Left foot to the outer side, numbers with Anglesea and Belwarren, who's been prolific in this second term, and Kerr reaches and marks. He's calling for 50. Oh, no, he's calling for the man to go back on the mark, sorry. So we've seen a few shots at goal from this flank on the outer side for both teams. Elliott kicked a beauty from a tighter angle than this earlier in the term. So what can Dale Kerr do? A skillful player, not beyond him. From just inside the paint, Dale Kerr looks pretty good. Anglesea are on fire. 8-5-53. They move on to, what's that, 5 goals for the term.
That's it, yep.
For Anglesea.
That's now a 22-point margin all of a sudden. They were down at quarter time. They're now up by 22. Torquay, they've kicked 4-7-31.
Yep. Huge turnaround. 8-5-53 to 4-7-31 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Kerr's got 3. Been very good. Dale Kerr, 3 out of the 8 for the Roos.
I think the Roos are just approaching the end of this second term by just getting the most out of it. See how much of an advantage they can take into the second half.
Here is the goal scorer, Dale Kerr. He's caught in a strong tackle by Dawson. Be tossed up just where we started. Call over the top. Geez, Dark burst through the stoppage. Terrifically done. Inside 50 he goes. Not a great kick. Curry lost his footing. The mark taken by Nathan Lynch.
So Lynch will bomb it down the centre of the field. And, oh, great mark there. Arms up by Paul Birchall. By himself, really, with that contest. And Erskine has the ball. He picks it up from the deck. One-on-one contest now in the goal square. But is anyone going to even touch the footy? And it's picked up by his teammate there. Oh, he just runs past his opponent, Grant. What a fantastic goal, all by himself. Stole a little bit of candy. His opponent went down to the ground and he just slotted it through. The 9th goal now for Anglesea. What a quick turnaround it is. And then now 9-5-59. Almost doubled the score of the Tigers.
What did I tell you, Luke? They call him the Donald Wizard for a reason. There you go. Sold the dummy about 3 times then.
I think even the Tigers supporters here were amazed what they just saw. That was fantastic.
Wow, and interestingly enough now, Torquay are so concerned they've moved Lucas Anderson, their best key forward, to the wing. Interesting. So Yench has gone forward for Torquay and Waylon Doyle now in the ruck. So a bit of a positional change. Dom Gleeson moving the magnet, seeing if they can generate something. They need something late in this second term. They trail 9-5-59 to 4-7-31 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Nearly half an hour played. Red time, second term. 1v2. Dark caught in a strong tackle by Kennedy. And high tackle is given to James Dark. Well, free kick was anyway. Goes quickly. Doyle wasn't even watching, but still had time to pick up the handball. Garner, Birchall, left footer on the siren. What a turn for Anglesea. 6 goals for them in the quarter. Half-time score, thanks to Harvey Norman. 9-5-59 Anglesea Torquay. 4-7-31. Quickly goal kickers for the Roos. Kerr has got 3. Grant has got 2, as does Jack Elliott, and singles to Jacob Nolan and Jordan Erskine. And for Torquay, Lucas Anderson, James Dark, Paul McMahon and Cal Curry all have singles. Work to do for the home side at half-time. Anglesea right on top, 9-5-59 lead Torquay 4-7-31 at the main change. G'day everyone, welcome back. Cartney Oval is the location. Torquay Anglesea is the game, and it's the Roos 9-5-59 leading Torquay 4-7-31. A blistering second term for Anglesea. 6 goals in it for them. We'll quickly whip around some scores around the competition. How's this? Mottawarri lead Bowen Heads at half-time at Bowen Heads. 10-4-64 to Bowen Heads 6-5-31. Ocean Grove leading Ammo 7-4-46 to 5-4-34. Drysdale 10-7-67. Newcombe 9-1-55. Tight game there. And Queenscliff 9-12-66 to Port Arlington 5-3-33. It's good to see the Demons putting up a little bit of a fight. And in the GFL, Bell Park leading North Shore 88-33. South Bowen leading Lara 42-31. St Joey's 6-6-42 been made to work by Grovedale 4-4-28. And Geelong West, how's this? 9-6-60 leading Leopold 6-3-39. That would consign Leopold to 1-5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be a big upset, with the Giants are going well in the GFL. But in the BFL, Anglesea, this would bring them, Luke McCullough, to equal top spot if they can hold on to this lead.
This will be a big
win. The
win.
BFL, and there'll be no unbeaten teams left if Torquay can't overturn this deficit.
Yeah, this will be a big win for the Roos if they can take this. And, you know, they've got the margin already on the scoreboard, really healthy margin. So we'll see how they go in the first half of this third term.
Yep, it was certainly all Anglesea to finish the second term. What have the home side got? Big quarter of footy this. They're back underway, and it's Ash Colball for Anglesea who wins the opening hit out, but Holmes for Torquay wobbles on inside 50. Swain, he's a left footer. Favoured him. Nice wing kick too. Holmes was up early. Leeds came charging through. Holmes at ground level again. Raid me. Haven't called his name a lot. The Torquay skipper. Inside 50 they go. Ball comes to ground. And it was the mark paid. Sorry. It's a terrific mark. I think that's Rounds. Is it down there, or Swain? Could be Swain, I think, and it is.
Yep.
Oh, it just goes looked like a barrel, didn't come off as one. Juggling mark is taken by Yench, who's been one of Torquay's best in the opening half.
Yeah, so Yench will have the first opportunity this term to bring it inside 50 to a man, and he goes short. Over to Grace. He takes it deeper inside 50. In fact, he goes for goal. It hits the post. Oh. Third poster for Torquay today, and all three down the left end, so they haven't had much luck down there. And they now are at 4-8-32 to Anglesea's 9-5-59. 27-point margin in this third term. So Anglesea, they bring it in. Take it to their right-hand side towards us. And going up for the mark, that was Rice. Couldn't get his hands on it. Henderson doing a great job as an opponent on him. And going in to pick it up, that was Buse. And he's got the ball in hand, but he's taken to ground. Great tackling there by Torquay. It's going to be a free kick in Anglesea's way, probably for pushing the back. Buse will take it. Anderson, who we mentioned was starting on the wing at the end of the last term, he's on the mark there, so he isn't down in his true position as a key forward. Sun in the eyes there of the Roos as Buse takes it down. And picked up there was Curry for the Tigers, running away with it. Hurley puts the Jets on, takes it across the centre circle into the chest of his teammate there of Tom Grace. He's had the ball now a fair bit at the start of this term, and he takes it inside 50. Looking way out there to McMahon. Didn't have his hands on the footy, and he couldn't mark it. Looks like Harrison's down there for the Roos on the deck, and now on the outer wing here. Just a contest for the footy, trying to clear it out now into the hands of Curry, and he will take it in. Diamond trying to get his hands on the footy. It's back on the ground, the ball. And Anderson there does a good hand pass to his teammate, who launches it down for a behind no. And that is Torquay's 9th behind for the game. 4-9-33 to Anglesea's 9-5-59, Josh. Yep,
it was Cooper Hurd who missed. Erskine a long way from home. Don't see him getting too many possessions in the back half, but that's where he is at the moment on half back. Jordan Erskine spearing ball under our broadcast position. That is a beautiful kick. And
good vision there by him.
Nolan probably could have marked one that he should have taken. Hurley's down, might have caught one in the midriff. I think Harrison, is he back up? You mentioned he was down. Just want to keep an eye on Luke. A couple of times he's been a little sore. tossed in. Yench had front position for Torquay, but Rice emerges with it for Anglesea and then applies, kick was smothered, but then applies a tackle to Yench, who's just squirming around there. The big fella not afraid to make his presence known. Big Tom Yench, recruit this year from Melbourne. Beers, leads, coughs it up by hand. Holmes wobbles one to the pain of 50. Hurd trying to juggle the mark. Doyle at ground level numbers with Anglesea though. Rice brought down in a strong tackle. Play on is called. Stephen over this. Couldn't gather cleanly. And there's a whistle for a... No, it's a free kick going the way of Torquay. And Cooper Hurd will be the recipient. So, a bit of a scrimmage there inside 50. Still being debated by Belwarren. To no avail. So, Cooper Hurd kicked their last score. 2 behinds to him for the afternoon. They need this. That's saying something. And he comes. He's hung it out, but it's through. So, Cooper Hurd's got his first. And that is a valuable one for Torquay. Boy, did they need that. 9 goals for the season for Cooper. Cooper Hurd, 1 goal, 2 this afternoon for him, and they strike first blood in the third term as they so desperately needed.
And the margin is down to 20 points now. So Anglesea still with a comfy 3-goal margin.
Just repeating that score, 9-5-59 to 5-9-39 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
So ball's back in the centre here. Thrown up. Tapped there by Caldwell. And the ball just stays around in the centre circle, off the ground there by Birchall. He just progresses the ball slowly towards 50, now picked up by Tom Diamond. He gets through the ball before he's tackled, then picked up straight away by Tom Grace. Fantastic goal on his right boot there. That is a quick turnaround for the Tigers. And they now come into the 40s, 7-9-45 to Anglesea's 59. And we've seen plenty of times today, Josh, that these teams, they're just really turning the ball and just converting into goal really quickly today. There's a lot of fast attacking going on. Yeah,
as soon as one team turns the ball over, they're quick to make them pay, aren't they? Both teams, that is. So that's a lovely finish too from Grace. And all of a sudden, 2 on the bounce, 6-9-45 Torquay, Anglesea 9-5-59. So Torquay have well and truly broken the 6-goal streak Anglesea had. 2 of their own to start the third term. 6 minutes gone in it. And they've severed this margin under 3 goals. Ball back in the middle. Birchall trying to find a way clear. Did brilliantly to Henderson on his non-preferred left foot. You wouldn't know it though. Lovely delivery to Anderson, who stretches and marks. Beautiful hands from Lucas Anderson. He has an opportunity to kick goal number 2 for his tally and Torquay's 3rd in a row.
Yeah, great kick from Henderson there on the left boot, as you said, but it travelled about 30 to 35 metres and it just comfortably fell into the hands of Anderson.
And here comes Lucas Anderson. Look to bring this back around. Left forward flank. And he comes. He's hung it out a little, but it's come back nicely. 3 goals in a row to start the third quarter for Torquay. They are coming hard now. 7-9-51. 8-point margin.
That brings Anderson's goal kicking tally this year to 31. He's still 1 behind Erskine, who's on 32 as of right now. As we said before, they're the top 2 players so far in the goal kicking tally. And we haven't been disappointed. Plenty of attacking going on today. Been 16 goals so far up into this third term. As the ball goes back up, Caldwell gets it, and off the boot of his teammate there in Goldsworthy. Taken inside 50. Now back into the centre circle. 1-on-1 competition here. And the umpire will call for the ball, wrapped up by both the players. Virtually in the same spot it was where it was 15 seconds ago. So ball goes up again. Yench gets a tap on it. Chasing after it there is Grant. And now in the hands of Diamond. He gets shrugged off, but the ball lands in the hands of Curry. He takes it down to the pocket on the outer side. Ball still on deck, trying to pick it up. Dark goes in there. He tries to get his hands on the footy. And it's taken down to ground for another ball up.
Yep. So a fast start from Torquay. 8 minutes gone in this third quarter, and every single second of that has been in control of the home side. Caldwell for Anglesea was up early. Won the hit out down, but to no great advantage. The ball up, so 3 goals on the bounce for Torquay. Anglesea yet to score in this third term. Caldwell again. Won it down, wobbled forward. Buse and Bennett in a wrestle. Bennett tackled Caldwell. Ball spills clear. Sob. Now Grace. Inverted torpedo to the goal square. Who can get their hands on it? And there's a whistle. And it's going the way of Torquay, I think. I think it'll be a Torquay free kick, and it is.
I think they're marking the mark there for
Yep,
Anglesea.
and it's Waylon Doyle, the recipient. So they will kick 4 goals on the bounce. Torquay, who were in desperate need of just 1 goal to start this third term. They've gone 3 better than that, and they've narrowed the margin to 2 points inside the opening 10 minutes of the third term. Doyle kicks his first.
Yeah, gee, what a recovery the Tigers have had. And that could be one of the biggest moments of today's game, this comeback that they're making at the moment. Have we seen the end of it yet? But I don't think Anglesea have even had the ball inside their 50 yet so far this term. So
Barely. Yep.
10 minutes played, Anglesea, they're struggling.
Absolutely, and you wouldn't have picked it the way Anglesea finished that second term, and as I mentioned, 6 goals in it for them. But Torquay look like they're about to better at 4 already. We've only played 10 minutes. They trail by just 2 points. We picked a close one, I reckon, Luke.
We have. Ball goes up. Even tap from either side there. And the umpire calls for a free kick. It will be in favour of the Tigers. It'll be going to the hands of Dark. The small man does a short kick to his teammate. That's Diamond out there. And he does a nice long kick inside 50, looking for a teammate. Anderson was by himself, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. Now it's gone to the inner wing. Big tap out there by Birchall. That will go out of bounds. So Torquay, they're just looking unstoppable almost when it goes inside 50. Super strong. And they've actually been really strong in the centre where they keep clearing it out. So they've got all points of the ground covered at the moment. Will be brought back in. No one got a tap on the ball there. Chasing after his Darky. Hand passes it to Diamond on his right boot. High ball. Will it make it the distance? It does. Torquay have taken the lead. It's now a 4-point margin for the Tigers. 9-9-63 to 9-5-59.
Wow.
What a turnaround by the Tigers.
5 goals in 11 minutes. It's extraordinary.
They do call the third term the premiership quarter.
They do.
It may not be a grand final today, but they are showing what they're worth in this third term. They've obviously had a really good sit down at halftime, just talking about what went wrong, what went well in that first half.
Wow. Even the most optimistic of Torquay supporters, Luke, I don't reckon would have picked this. For them to retake the lead so quickly. Extraordinary. What a start. 5 goals in 11 minutes for Torquay to retake the lead. Caldwell's trying hard for Anglesea, but there isn't a lot of support early. Grant, they finally get inside 50. There's space aplenty. Bennett with a little fumble. Ball spills clear. Birchall. McNamara straightens up on his right foot. Nice kick. And the mark taken, or free kick, take your pick, to Dawson. Goes quickly to McNamara, who runs off his man. Squaring ball isn't good. Cops it up to Caldwell on centre wing.
Good interception. Caldwell's played really well at the start of this term. He'll take it to the centre of the field. Sort of a dangerous kick, but he gets it to his teammate of Sob. Inside the centre circle. Short kick to his teammate. And they'll launch it down. I think that was Erskine there. So he's not inside 50 for the Roos. Kicking it off the ground. Carty takes out to the pocket. Oh, he just darts through all those players there and he gets shrugged off with the ball on the deck. And it will be taken out of bounds by Anglesea. So 12 minutes played in this third term. Plenty has happened. Barely hit the halfway mark of it. And the game has been turned on its head.
Certainly has. And having the Torquay supporters to our right just livened up a bit after a lacklustre second term. Good to see. Plenty of them out here, which is great. Ball 60 out from home. We'll have another stoppage. 9-9 plays 9-5. BFL match of the day. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Fantastic game of footy so far. I think we'll be in for a good finish if the opening 2 quarters and a bit or anything to go by. Free kick in the meantime going the way of Anglesea and Kennedy. has Erskine. I think they'd like to be kicking this to Jordan Erskine right about now. Not a great kick either. Henderson missed it, has support, got it off Carty. Left foot ball isn't great, but their numbers are still with Torquay. Henderson got it back from Dawson, squaring ball over the head of Cooper Hurd. Applies a strong tackle, a good tackle on Swain, and holding the ball is a decision. Cooper Hurd in the middle of the ground, needs to go quickly, squares it in the heart of McCartney Oval to Sam Wormold, who's held up for the time being by Erskine.
Wormold, not a very good kick. Ends up in the hands, though, of Hurd. And he takes the inside 50, but to no one again. And Anglesea is trying to pick up the ball, the loose ball. It'll be a free kick now for the Roos. I forgot to mention this to you, Josh. I was downstairs getting some food at half-time. Anglesea, they were locked out of their rooms for about 5 minutes.
What, the players were locked out?
Yep, the door was locked. They couldn't get in. The umpires had to go open it.
Oh dear.
So hopefully that didn't hinder them at half-time. But now, Stephen has the ball. Chipping kick to his teammate there. That's Leeds, Tom Leeds. The sun in his eyes, he'll go for a short kick. Lewis Beers. And not a very good kick, and it ends up in the hands of Henderson. He'll just take that one back inside 50. No one out there, though. It's 3 Anglesea players around that footy. They're the closest ones. Chasing after it, though, is Carson. And he gets a quick hand pass out to his teammate in Swain, down back. Across the ground there, not a very good kick at all. And Torquay, they try and make the most of it. It'll be a ball up now. And Anglesea, they need to get their kicking a bit better if they want to try and get out of trouble here. 4-point margin for the Tigers.
Free kick going the way of Torquay, actually. Is that Tom Diamond out there?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Didn't see what that was for. Could have been for in the back, possibly. I don't have a guess. And Diamond will be coming in. Fairly large run up by Tom. He'll kick it just inside 50. On the right boot, nice high ball. That's looking pretty straight. The umpire isn't moving much. That's a goal. And Torquay's margin extends to 10 points, 10-9-69 to Anglesea's 59. Anglesea yet to score at all in this term.
Yep, and 6 goals that is now for Torquay for the quarter. So matching what Anglesea did in the second, but they've still got, what, conservatively another 15 minutes to play.
I think Torquay have kicked half their score from half-time in these last 16 minutes.
Yeah, they have. Yep, they sure have. 10-9-69 is the score we're talking about. The home side, Anglesea 9-5-59 on a Harvey Norman scoreboard. 10-point margin, as Luke says, a complete turnaround. 24 points at half-time. Can you believe? Was it more? I could have that wrong. It was a lot.
It was over 30, I believe.
Yeah, 30. And Torquay have completely turned it around in this third quarter. Neither ruckman get a hand to that. Yench eventually does, then goes to work at ground level. Nearly gave away the free kick for a hold. Players converge and will have a ball up. 6 goals in 16 and a half minutes for Torquay. Blistering football. Corbell palmed it down only as far as Holmes for Torquay. Ball to half forward. Fist came from Stephen. Free kick going the way, though, over the shoulder. Going to Torquay and Lachlan Bonney just forward of centre. For Torquay, drives it long and strong. Oh, bodywork comes. No free kick for either player. Garner's first on the scene for Torquay. Applies the tackle. Is holding the ball paid. It is. And Torquay will have yet another shot on goal. It was Swain who was brought down, and Waylon Doyle has a chance for his second of the term.
So everything's just going Torquay's way here. And on a tight angle, but I believe Doyle is a right footer, so it will benefit him slightly. But this for the Tigers' 7th goal this term. As Doyle comes in. Kick it from about 30 metres out. Puts on the boot. And it's going to go across the face. It will be behind. And it takes Torquay to 70. 10-10-70 to Anglesea's 9-5-59. So you could just say it's just an 11-point margin. There's still plenty of time left in this game, but Anglesea, they've just struggled to respond at all in this second half so far. And it can get worse if they're not lucky. So they take it down looking for Caldwell. Can't get his hands on the footy. He couldn't get it in his hands. And then kicks back inside 50. Birchall there was a part of that. And some good hand passing going on by the Tigers. Pretty powerful hand pass there by Yench. But now, Anglesea, they have it. And they're going to run with the ball. Pass our vantage point here. It's going to be 3 bounces. Belwarren that was. Passes it to Erskine. He's not as deep as I'd like him to be for the Roos. Not a very good kick to his teammate though, but Belwarren's around the footy again. And it's going to be a ball up. So Anglesea, they've progressed the footy inside 50. Now they've got to try and finish it off and convert it into a goal. This will be Anglesea's best chance of a goal so far this term.
Boy, do they need one too. Tossed up. Yench and Erskine do the ruck work. Yench palms it down. Erskine goes to work at ground level. That was a nice falcon on Sam Wormald too, I reckon. That was flush in the face. They are not good. There might be one for the Harvey Norman highlights later in the week, I reckon. The ball went out of play off his nose. Tossed in. Erskine rips it out of the ruck. Snaps towards goal. Raidme protected the space well. Marks in his defensive 50, the Torquay captain.
Just not too sure why Erskine is so far in the centre of the grounds. I don't know why they want to put him there, especially what's happening at the moment.
Yep, good call. McNamara, short to Bennett. Haven't seen Elliott either. We saw him limp off, Luke, but haven't seen him after half time, so I think he could be out of the game. If we haven't seen him in 19 minutes, I don't think we'll see him again. In the meantime, McMahon marks on the lead on the outer side. Long way from home for him. Got a raking left foot on him. Goes shorter this time. Nicely done. It's Hurd in front of the Torquay bench. Looks inboard. What's he got? He's got Birchall, and Henderson's burst away on this near side, and that is a beautiful kick. Pinpoint accuracy from Paul Birchall, and finds the hands of Billy Henderson inside 50.
Just looking at the interchanges for either side, I believe Anglesea's only got 2 on the interchange, so Elliott obviously must be out of the game.
Yep, and one other we haven't seen.
There's usually 4 on the interchanges there.
That's right.
Yes.
In the meantime, Henderson will come in after that brilliant bit of play from Birchall. Slight angle for Henderson, but that is no worries for a player of his class. Torquay have 7 for the term. Extraordinary.
And the damage is still being dealt at the moment, so margin is now out to 17 points in Torquay's favour, and we're just past the 21st minute of the third term, so there's still plenty of time left, but we're just waiting to see what Anglesea can do to respond. In the context of the game, it is a big margin, isn't it? I know Anglesea pushed out to 30 points, but I mean, outside of that, it's been very tight all day, so yeah, they just haven't looked like it this quarter, haven't they, Anglesea, at all? That right end of the field has been pretty quiet today.
Yeah.
The ball goes up, Caldwell gets his hand on it, takes it back inside centre circle, but Torquay, look, they're just clearing out. Diamond puts the Jets on. Goes a bit further past his teammate than he would like, but that's Anderson out there, and he's doing his best to pick up the ball. Gets thrown out of bounds. Umpire says play on. Ball's still in play. And now it's in the hands of McMahon. Left boot there across the face, trying to mark it was the Anglesea defender, but chasing after is Bonnie. And it's now taken out of bounds on the opposite side. That'll be in for a throw-in. So, yeah, Torquay looking dangerous again. We can't doubt that they might convert here. Anglesea, they got a lot on their plate at the moment to try and clear this one up. In the hands of Torquay on the left boot, but it's going to be a behind for the Tigers. 11, 77 to 9, 5:59. Coming up to a 20-point margin now almost for the Tigers.
Yep, they are peppering.
Yeah, they are.
At the moment, they look like scoring every single time. So Swain to bring it in for Anglesea. Not much on. So it's forced to go long and towards the line. Up early was Caldwell. Is the mark taken by Beers? No, said the umpire. Raidme flicks a handball over the top. They've got numbers. Curry, he's silky, we know that. Squaring ball towards Anderson, who marks. Lovely play, Cal Curry. Nicely weighted, and Lucas Anderson protected the space beautifully.
Yeah, great mark by Anderson there. And the leading goal kicker for the Tigers, he's showing what he's worth. And, you know, just definitely in favour of kicking this one.
Yep, I'd back him in for sure. He's got 2 to his name this afternoon. Lucas Anderson, and he comes on the runway from 48. No, it's a bit narrow. Minor score, 2 goals, 1 for him today. Still 1 behind Jordan Erskine on the live goal kicking tally in the competition. And it'll be Dale Kerr to bring it in for the Roos.
So Kerr, he's looking to go to the left side of the ground and just takes out to 50, but straight away Torquay take the turnover, and they'll just lob it back in now, all by himself. Anderson once again in virtually the same spot he was 20 seconds ago. He's going to have another shot at goal, and if he does snag this, he'll match Erskine at the top. They're both very powerful kickers, both of them, out here on McCartney Oval. And Anderson will bring it in. Second bite of the cherry, a lot higher this time, and that will be a goal. Torquay reached the 80s. 12-12-82 to Anglesea's 9-5-59. When will this end? When will it end?
This is incredible.
The Tigers are putting on a clinic.
This is incredible. It is a clinic. That's exactly the word for it. They are winning the ball out of the middle and surging forward every single time and kicking a goal every single time. Basically, they go inside 50. Just a demolition. 12-12-84 to 9-5-59. Anglesea are in front by 30 points at halftime. They have not scored in this third quarter. There's no howling breeze. There's no ill weather. This is just superb football from Torquay, and it's starting right here in the middle of the ground. There's been yet another clearance through Doyle, streaming through. Dawson chips it to Anderson, fisted away from him. Ball comes to ground level. Schneering, careful left footer, is nice to lead 2 marks in front of Raidme. Still a long way from home. Staring directly into the sun. Sam leads at half back. Not much for him to go to, so just hugs the line towards Erskine, beaten to it by McNamara. Takes the juggling 1-2 mark.
They've had a lot of intercepts, I reckon, the Tigers this term as well. That's definitely been more apparent so far.
McNamara goes down the line. Good looking kick too. Finds McMahon, who's moving beautifully. Goes towards Anderson, and dropping into the space. Good mark too to Swain.
Okay, so Swain, he takes it across. Short kick to Grant. And the Roos, they're just nervous here because they don't want to do anything that will hinder them at all. Calling out their sob in the centre. But it goes along the outer wing. Plenty of players go up there. Ball still in play. Schneering is there. But he's not effective with it. Now on the hands of Torquay, they just bring it inside 50. McMahon almost had the mark there. And Diamond goes to collect the ball off the ground but can't. Grant once again. Short kick along the ground, no. It goes out of bounds. I think the Anglesea is panicking at this stage. They're really panicking.
Well, they're under all sorts of pressure, aren't they?
Yep.
So
they just can't get into a comfortable zone with the footy in their hand.
Yep. And them not scoring is testament to that. Taken out of the ruck by McMahon. Curry wheels onto his left foot. Diving mark was dropped by Hurd, then applies the tackle on Carson. Lovely follow-up from Cooper Hurd. That's really well done. He had to dive for the chest mark, couldn't quite gather it, but jumped to his feet and then laid the strong tackle on Dale Carson. He'll have a shot for goal directly in front.
Yeah, Carson, the big man, just wasn't quick enough with the footy. This goes back to me saying, Anglesea, they're just thinking too much about what they have to do next to try and just find that space for him.
So Cooper Hurd, been lively. 1 goal, 2 for him this afternoon. Make it 1 goal, 3. 12-13, 85 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard, the home side. Anglesea 9-5, 59 as Beers runs it out of defence.
So going up there is Rice. Couldn't get his hands on the footy though. And then Roscoe Holmes is in there, but it ends up being filtered out. Great tackle there laid by Luke Rounds. He's been good for Anglesea today.
Yep.
He's going to get the footy. To be fair, this sun in their eyes might not be helping Anglesea, but that's not an excuse. And that ball ends up going to no one. McMahon picks it up. He's by himself. Nice big hand pass to Bennett. And he goes to his teammate. That will be a mark. Carty has it. Doesn't land in any of his teammates' hands, but Curry's out there. He's brought down by his opponent, but Torquay remain with the ball in hand. Ramey just chips it up. And so I think that's McMahon out there that was going for the mark. And the umpire won't pay it a mark, but he'll call for a ball up just inside 50.
Yep. So Anglesea, there's another player limping away. It's Sob out there at the stoppage, staying out there for the time being. Anglesea have not scored. That's right, isn't it? They definitely haven't scored.
I don't think they've kicked behind.
No, they haven't. There's a free kick going their way. Be Nolan. Incredible. And there is the three-quarter time siren. An extraordinary quarter of footy. 8 goals in the term for Torquay, including 5 in just 11 minutes. What a turnaround. Trailed by more than 4 goals at half-time. They now lead themselves 12-13, 85 to Anglesea, scoreless in the third term, 9-5, 59. Welcome back to McCartney Oval. What a quarter of footy we've just seen from the Torquay Football Club. Get a load of this, Luke. 28 points down at half-time. Anglesea were terrific. Kicked 6 goals of their own in the second term. Torquay kicked 5 goals in the opening 11 minutes of the third quarter. 8 in total for the game, and now they lead by 26 points at three-quarter time. The most incredible turnaround.
You couldn't write a script based on that. Like that, it is crazy. And, Torquay, they deserve to have that margin. They played really, really well in that third term. They were super strong with the clearances. They were, once again, fast attacking footy. They were converting well inside 50. Anglesea, they had it inside 50 maybe 2 or 3 times that term, which wasn't good in the first place, but they weren't converting at all. And, we were questioning some things like why Erskine was sort of towards the centre of the field instead of being a key forward. It's sort of two sides there. You can say he was helping the guys in the middle because that's where Anglesea were sort of struggling from the start. It's Torquay. They've done a really good job to get the ball rolling for themselves in that third term.
Unbelievable. And Anglesea held scoreless. Completely scoreless. Not even a rush behind to their name in that third quarter. But as you mentioned, for whatever reason, there isn't a breath of wind out here, but most of the scoring has been done to the left side of your screen as you watch it. So that is a glimmer of hope, I guess, for Anglesea. And we've seen, I guess, the game can turn quickly. Anglesea themselves were dominant in the second quarter, piled on the goals quickly, and Torquay did exactly the same in the third. So what do the Roos have? 26 points down at three-quarter time. The back underway. Kennedy in the middle of the ground. Haven't seen much of him this afternoon. Birchall, quick hands to Sam Warmold. Goes on his left foot. Nice looking kick 2 out wide for Curry. Cops a rough bounce. Keeps it in play. Birchall, left footer. Dinks it over the top by hand. Wasn't a good handball. The ball goes out of play.
Just adding on to that talk we just had, you got to remember, this is first, second as well.
Yep.
So both these sides, they're super strong. I mean, it's pretty surprising we could say that Anglesea had such a poor third term for the quality of side they are in the context of this year. It's just crazy how even teams up at the top end of the ladder, stuff like that can happen.
Yep. Very even competition, certainly. Stretching and marking as Yancey goes quickly. They go to about 60 out from home, and that is a huge fist coming from Beers of Anglesea, and the ball is out of play on the outer side. Just repeating that Harvey Norman scoreboard, 12-13, 85 Torquay, Anglesea 9-5, 59.
So umpire brings the ball back in to play. Yench goes up late and he gets a hand on it. And Buse there, one-on-one with Dark by the looks of it. So Balwarren has that in his hands too, I believe that is, and the ball's taken to ground again. But yes, very even contest for the game, you could say. And that's marked by Nolan there, down back. He'll look for a teammate there. He goes for Stephen. Haven't said much of him today, but great mark by Stephen. He's had a couple of good marks when he's had the ball in hand. One of the many players donning the long sleeves today for the Roos. He takes it out to the left. And, almost marked there by that Anglesea player, but it was just knocked out by Warmold. Ball still in play. And that's Erskine there on the deck, who handballs it out. Chasing after it, many players around the footy. And they're going in to reach for it, but it'll be a ball up. Umpire calls it on the corner of the centre square.
Yep, so Erskine up the ground again. He's not even the ruckman in this contest. He's acting as a rover, the big man. Leeds was caught by Dark, but we'll have a ball up. And Dale Carson has been swung forward, Luke, so there's the change. So Carson's gone from the spare man in defence to full forward. Blake Grant also down there, the only 2 players inside 50 for Anglesea. Interesting. Erskine held to just the 1 goal this afternoon. It was a bit of a gimme too, wasn't it, from a 50-metre penalty. Anderson up early, had 2 to beat. Couldn't mark. Ball comes to ground level. Quick hands. Curry is going to be caught. Got his hands clear just in time. Dark dances this way and that. Can he burst him? He does. Curry again. High up and under ball. Inside 50, pitches on its end. Stephen puts the fist through it. Falls to the advantage of Kerr and Rice. The ladder wins the footy, but smothered by McMahon, who's been one of Torquay's best. Going to be thrown in right below our vantage point, where I hope you're enjoying the live stream from wherever you are this afternoon.
Yeah, Anglesea got nothing to lose with putting Carson up front as well. You know, the margin's already doing the talking on the scoreboard, and there's only one term left to go. So putting Carson up is pretty wise from the Roos, as call ball there clears that one out. Nice high ball, but to no one. Picking it up there is McNamara for the Tigers. That's brought down by an Anglesea player with Bennett making the tackle. Ball will be thrown up here. That's 60 metres from Anglesea's goals. And no one gets to hand the ball there. Yench almost put a foot out for it. And then clearing it out there was a Torquay player looking for McMahon there. It's a one-on-one with Nolan. And then Nolan ends up picking the ball, kicks along the ground. Once again to no one, chasing after it. Out there is Leeds. He's taking it out of bounds just in front of the interchange gates. Margin 26 points, so Anglesea got plenty to do in the closing stages of this game. And they need to score early on to even make a start with that.
Yep, they sure do. Caldwell reaches over the back. Grant couldn't quite lay the effective tackle. Harrison hurriedly forward, fisted away from Leeds. The two Leeds boys there in action for Anglesea, Sam and Tom. We'll have a stoppage in front of the Anglesea bench. Would be a concerned Anglesea bench down there, reeling from a powerful third term from Torquay. Ball tossed up quickly. Caldwell again, only as far as Garner, who's caught in a gang tackle. Got his handball clear somehow. Birchall on the turn. Bounces over Curry's head. Swain, a left footer. He's caught. Got his handball clear. Schneering. Gee, that's a big tackle on the outer side. Was it? Just trying to pick up the Torquay player. Couldn't quite capture who it was. Might have been Cooper Hurd, potentially, for the Tigers. Big tackle on Schneering of the Roos.
So ball goes up again. Taken inside 50 to Torquay. Grace is there. And just bounces off the boot of Curry, taken out of bounds on the full, possibly. I don't know how that. No, it will be thrown in. The boundary umpire is running over to throw it back in. And Anglesea won't be too happy with what's going on here. The ball ended up in Torquay's 50. They've been looking dangerous for the last quarter and a half, and they convert as they've done all game. And that was Curry there on the right boot there. Just quickly picked it up, snapped it on his inner boot, and that is their 13th goal for the Tigers. And that extends their margin out to 28 points.
Extraordinary. Yep, and that makes it hard, doesn't it, for Anglesea now. Geez, Callum Curry, what a player he is. He is... Well, when we last saw him in 2019, he was playing a lot forward, wasn't he? Now they've got Anderson. He's been pushed up the ground a bit higher into the midfield. But he can do it everywhere. He is a classy operator, Cal Curry. He's got 2 to his name. 2 hauls of 6 this year too, which is a fair effort already for him as a midfielder. Back in the middle, Diamond. Holmes' kick was smothered. Caldwell just dribbles one forward. Rounds has also gone forward for Anglesea, so 2 changes. Carson and Rounds forward for Anglesea. Schneering ripped off it. Buse, haven't called him much this afternoon. He was caught. The ball is out of play on the heart of centre wing.
It was almost close to a deliberate there. Obviously, you can see Torquay players that were trying to appeal for that. The umpire will throw it back in. Going up there, and once again, no one getting their hand on the footy, and Yench putting his foot out. To no effect, though. Picked up by Torquay. They try and clear it out. Nice high ball, one-on-one here. Stephen trying to get his body over the ball. Picked up by Bonnie in front of us. Now Anderson. He takes control of it, takes the inside 50. What a kick. And that goes into the hands of Cooper Hurd, and he'll be right in front of goal, too. So great passage of play there by the Tigers. Just nice and controlled. Brought it in. And now they've got a set shot. 30 metres, 25 to 30 metres out, straight in front. So they come in Hurd on the right boot. Nice straight kick, nice straight goal. And they come towards the triple figure mark. 10 unanswered goals it is.
Spot on.
10 unanswered for the Tigers. And that's more than Anglesea's actually kicked today. So 14-13, 97 to 95-59. And, well, really, there's not much to say anymore. It's Torquay have got this one in their hands.
Yeah, I think Anglesea are just shell-shocked. I mean, there is no answers to this, and their task not made easier by their hand has been forced throwing Carson and Rounds forward. I mean, they have to kick a score to try and win this game, but that leaves them depleted in defence, and Torquay, already with a couple to open this final term. As Curry goes forward again for Anglesea. Mark taken by Beers, who may have gone back to try and plug that hole. Goes very wide indeed towards Lynch. Fisted away from him. Anglesea are down a couple on the bench, as we did allude to. Jack Elliott was one of them. So they do miss his presence up forward, which would make their life a little easier. But certainly that is not the sole reason Torquay have been dominant in this second half. 10 unanswered goals. Unbelievable.
I'm just looking at the fixtures ahead for either side. Torquay, they play Port Arlington, Drysdale, then Barwon Heads are their next 3 games.
Yep.
So their next real test would probably be Barwon Heads, and that is also played here as well.
Yep. They defeated Barwon Heads by 17 points in round 4. That was at Barwon Heads too, which was a huge victory. So you're right, they should have been over Port Arlington, you would think. And they'll still be unbeaten, obviously, after this as well. I'm just repeating that score, 14-13, 97 to 95-59. Wasn't much happening, that's why we're padding a little bit there. 10.5 minutes gone in this final term.
So Jensch gets his arm up, and chasing after it is Buse for the Roos, but they're taken out of bounds again. Looking at Anglesea's next 3 games, Ammo's at home. They've got actually 3 games at home. Ammo's, Newcombe, Queenscliff and Mottawarri all at home. So there's still plenty of recovery for Anglesea after today's loss. It should be their 2nd loss of the season, and quickly taking that ball would be Sob, but picked up by Warmwood with an intercept mark in there just outside the defence 50, and he's going to go back actually to his teammates as they reassess their options. And nice short kick down into the outer pocket there for the Tigers. He'll take it along the boundary line. Looking for Jensch. He marks it, I believe. That was Jensch with the ball in hand at the moment, and he does a short kick to his right, and he goes over to Bennett again with Erskine on the mark. Over the top of the umpire's head, McNamara just playing it nice and slow, as teams like to do in this final term, just keeping control of the game. Goes for a running opponent there, that's McMahon. Great mark by him, he's played really well today. Nolan is his opponent. He's been strong for the Roos too, and just a really good kick to Bonnie. And he'll just take it over. He's looking for Henderson there. Doesn't get to him, and it's picked up by...
Jeez, that's nearly deliberate.
Yeah, Rice. Well, he stopped it, and then, took it over the line.
And he had no intention of keeping the ball in. Just slapped it out, didn't he?
I mean, well, Anglesea might be just trying to get a stoppage out of this inside their 50, see what they can do with it.
Just stop the bleeding, but it won't help when Henderson's having another shot on goal. It's across the face, though, away from Hurd. He might be first on the scene. He gets the block, squares it up to Diamond. It was a bit hot for him. Beers caught in the Warmwood tackle. Kerr brought to ground. Pressure is enormous from Torquay. We'll have a stoppage. 40 out from goal for the home side. 12.5 minutes gone in this final term. 97 plays 59, as you can see on the Harvey Norman scoreboard on the bottom left of your screen. McMahon rips it out of the ruck. He was caught. That's no longer holding the ball. That law has been adjusted this year. Back in the day, if you took it out and you were tackled, that was immediately holding the ball, but not anymore. Comes out of the stoppage. Curry, was he held? No, said the umpire. Beers, a centre half back. Just goes for distance more than anything. There's no one ahead. The ball bounces fortuitously for Kennedy, who just runs into a tackle, and the umpire folds the arms of a ball up forward to centre for Anglesea.
Torquay come into this game with a percentage of 239%, as I mentioned before. Their percentage will still increase after this game.
Yep. Sorry, it was a free kick to Birchall for holding the footy against Kennedy. McMahon at half-back.
So that goes over to Dark now on the inner wing. He does a short kick. Was looking there for Garner, but Beers has it. Lewis Beers takes it inside 50. These kicks at the moment, they've just not gone very well. Plenty of turnovers happening. And that's Doyle, who takes it now to the outer side. Warmold. Short kick to Bennett. And now he goes back over to Garner. Playing a little bit of keepings off here. Torquay, they've definitely slowed this game down this final term. Great mark there by McMahon.
Jeez, he's played well, Luke.
Yeah, he has played well. One of the best for the Tigers today. And another short kick to Yench. Was looking for a hand pass there to Henderson, but kept it in his hands, and he'll bomb this. Well, he looked like he was going to bomb it down, but he's found a great teammate there in number 14 of Dawson. Haven't said much of Dawson today as well.
It was a clever kick, wasn't it, from Yench?
Good vision by Yench. And he's been good in the centre circle, and he's also been good around the footy too. And now Dawson step this one in, right boots, takes them into the triple figures mark. 15, 13, 103, and something I always like to say, first 100 wins, usually the case, will definitely be the case today for the Tigers. Anglesea, they still haven't scored. They're still on 59.
That's I'd forgotten. Yeah. It's been that long since they've scored. I'd forgotten they hadn't scored.
They have not scored since the first half.
And it's 11 straight for Torquay too. 11 straight goals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Usually when you see things like that, it's to do with wind or weather or whatever, but I mean, you couldn't get a more perfect day for footy than this, and Anglesea have been held scoreless in this second half, and Torquay go forward again through Garner. Inside 50 they go. Nolan ripped off it. Should earn himself a free kick, and does against Callum Curry. Nolan with the socks up. Goes short. Beers. Plenty of the footy for him. Goes inboard to Kurt. Assessing the options. Erskine now playing as the deepest line forward. Here he comes towards the big man Jordan Erskine. 1 goal to his name today. Caldwell gets his handball clear towards the man we speak of. To Nolan in the middle of McCartney Oval. Stiff arms a couple. Well done. Erskine caught. No, spins out of trouble. Well done by the big man. And then pops one into the sky. Goes very high. No one got a hand to it when that high, really. Ball comes to ground at half forward for the Roos. We'll have a ball up.
I remember you saying at one point, and I think it was in the third term, that we've got the perfect game today. You put the balls on that.
I said we had the close one. Well, it looked like it. 11 straight goals. It hurts those chances, Luke.
I've been saying, like, when will the damage, be done? We're still going. Yep. Anglesea have not scored. And
they have.
Grant on the right boot there, he's kicked it behind, so finally breaks the drought of Anglesea scoring in there. Now 9,660 to Torquay's 15-13, 103. So first score for Anglesea in approximately 47 minutes of play. And that will be taken by McNamara down back for the Tigers. Asking for his players to go back a bit, just going to try and get some distance on this footy. He goes to the short kick instead. And that is Radney out there. And he'll go back to his defensive teammate out in the distance.
Yep. Henderson.
He's down back, Henderson.
Yep, they can afford to put some numbers behind the footy now. Although they are pretty safe with this margin. Bonnie. Plenty on. Goes back to Henderson. This game is losing a bit of sting, as you would expect in this late stage. Bennett, a consistent operator for Torquay in the back line, has one over the top in Holmes, who marks. Queenscliff Premiership player celebrating their reunion today down at the Cooter Bowl. 2011 Premiership reunion on, broken over 30-year drought back in 2011, so which Roscoe Holmes was a part of. A big day at the Cooter Bowl this afternoon, I'm sure, up against Port Arlington as Diamond kicks from 55, pops it up to the teeth of goal. Hurd was up early, ball comes to ground level, applies the tackle, the stiff arm comes from Curry, dishes quickly, Grace, high ball on the left foot, where's Anderson? Ball comes to ground level. There was an opportunity for, I think it was Bonnie who ended up trying to get a foot to that, but it was rushed through for a minor score.
Yeah, Leeds the one reaching out there to stop that one. So the Roos will take this one back in as the sun sets behind McCartney over here. The shadow's starting to appear on the ground.
Oh, try to barrel.
Luke Rounds tries to barrel it like who was the John player? Tui did it last
yes,
against
he did.
The Saints.
Yep. Fine, 50 paid too.
50 metres paid. So Torquay, they'll just take their time walking this one in. As we approach the 20-minute mark of the final term, we're coming into the closing stages. 44-point margin. It's quite spectacular to hear, 44-point margin, which will probably now go out to 50. And that's a goal there for Jensch, the tall man. So next week, all the Ballerine football teams play their final opponent for the first time this year. And then we'll officially reach the halfway mark of the season. It's great to finally have footy back after a year with no senior level footy at all last year. And the crowds have been healthy.
Been very good
today.
Yep.
So it's great to see footy back. And Torquay will look to be having the advantage at the halfway point of this season.
Absolutely. Well, now 2 games clear on top of the ladder. And Barwon Heads not a worry, be an interesting one to keep an eye on too, because Anglesea would like to see Barwon Heads go down there, just keep a little bit of a buffer. But it's a tight competition. Drysdale, as it stands out of the 5, as are Newcombe, both are good enough to beat most on their day. So it's an even competition in 2021 as it was 2 years ago as well. Bewes got a hand up to intercept a handball. Sob was caught by Raidney. Kerr with some quick hands, ball still in defensive 50 for them. That's a big tackle, and then it was Stacks on the mill directly in front of goal. 16-14 plays 9-6 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
Torquay have had 30 scoring shots today on the scoreboard.
Yeah, unbelievable. Caldwell double palmed it down, Rounds on the turn. High ball to centre wing, Grant tries the one-hander, couldn't mark up against Bennett. Lynch, quick hands, leads, flicks one over the top. Birchall first on the scene, goes by hand backwards, then gets it back, but happy to see it over the line and out of play. 110 plays 60 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
So ball be thrown back in on the outer wing here by the umpires. Jensch and Caldwell going at it again, as they have been all day. It's just picked out there by Tigers. They bring it inside 50. Anderson's there. One-on-one with Lynch. And he takes the mark. What a strong mark it is by him. Great recruit that Torquay picked up. And do you know where he was from in Melbourne? Anderson at all?
Lucas Anderson. So he's from St Joey's.
Oh, Joey's,
but
okay.
He's also a Donald boy. So like Blake Grant, he's also from Donald Way originally.
And Anderson, he's no angle at all for him to deal with. He'll stride this one in on the right boot. Going to the left, actually, so we'll be behind. 16-15, 111 to 9-6-60. 22 minutes played in this final term.
3 goals, 2 for Lucas Anderson, now leading the BFL goal kicking 2. Ahead of Jordan Erskine, who's just got the 1 to his name. Oh, Ash Caldwell's popped his shoulder out, I reckon, Luke. As play continues, keep an eye on that. Kerr goes back with the flight and marks. No. He's either popped it back in or he's done something. He's still carrying that left shoulder. Ash Corball. The ball goes away from him though. Lynch tried the switch. Wasn't a great kick. Kennedy just wobbles it forward. Nolan's been one of Anglesea's best. He couldn't bend down and pick it up. Ramey gave it to Diamond, who gives it to Bennett. Numbers are plenty, and Grace marks just inside 50.
So the Roos here, they've let this one go. It was looking very strong for them in the second term. They played so well in the end of that first half, and it's all just been undone. It's mainly through that third term.
Grace comes in from just inside 50, gives it a good ride. Has it made the journey? I think it has. It definitely has. Tom Grace with his second. Just worth reminding anyone who's watching, 28 points was Anglesea's lead at half-time. 28 points. And since then, they've kicked a solitary behind.
That's it. And it's now a 57-point margin.
Unbelievable. 17-15, 117 on the Harvey Norman scoreboard. Torquay move on to, that is Anglesea. 9-6-60. 12 consecutive goals.
So
Torquay.
We'll look at the live ladder shortly as the game comes to a close. We'll see where all the teams sit. I really want to see what Torquay's percentage is going in after this game. And ball goes up. Dark's there chasing after the ball. He'll pick it up. And a great tackle there laid by his opponent. And it will be a ball up by the umpire. That was the 24 of Sob for the Roos. And it will be a free kick as well, but Kennedy will take it. So Kennedy takes it inside 50. And great mark there by his opponent, by his teammate rather. And that is Erskine, who's in his true position as a player. And he'll be kicking on a 45-degree angle, 25 metres out. See what he can add to Anglesea's scoreline as he comes in. And a nice high shot. That will be a goal for the Roos. And they rise to 66 points. So Erskine, 33 goals now for the year. And that matches Anderson at the moment. You were saying, Josh, Anderson was in the lead. Yep, so 33 apiece for them.
Yep, spot on.
27 goals kicked for this game.
Sorry, he puts him ahead.
By one?
Yep.
Yep.
Apologies.
Erskine on 33 goals.
Yep, Erskine on 33, Anderson on 32.
Yes.
Yep. So 3 goals to 2 for those two gentlemen this afternoon. Anderson with 3, Erskine there with his second, but been limited opportunities for Erskine, really, hasn't there? He hasn't been involved in a whole heap, which is rare for him, and that goal, mind you, breaks the 13 consecutive goal streak for Torquay since half-time.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Good pick up there, Josh.
Unbelievable. 13 in a row. You don't see that too often. And bear in mind, these are the two best teams in the competition as it currently stands. As Diamond handballs to Raidme, dinks one over the top. Curry on the stretch. 65 out from home. Wheels and goes long and strong towards McMahon through his hands. And Bennett's. Stephen, extract it. Sob, high up and under ball. Belwarren has to sit under it. Anderson collects from 45, unselfishly squares it. Well done. And finds the chest of Jesse Dawson.
Yeah, so Jesse Dawson, he's turning it on in this final term. He'll be going for his second goal, I believe. And 15 metres or so in front. We'll slot this one through. Another goal for the Tigers. 18 now for the game. And they reach 123 to Anglesea's 66. So a 57-point margin as it stands. I'll just start firing up this live ladder for you, Josh.
Yep, beautiful. Have a look at that in a moment. 18-15, 123. Torquay Anglesea 10-6, 66. What a turnaround. Hughes in the ruck now for Anglesea. Kennedy kicks it forward for the Roos. Spoiled away. Rounds. Kick inside 50. Carty's there. Gathers cleanly. Handball over the top. Bennett. Lovely squaring ball to Warmold. He's got Ramey alongside him. Dishes to his skipper, goes short to Holmes. Dances inside. Kennedy. And handballs back to Ramey. Scrubbing ball. Works with Bonnie, who was clean, as was Curry. Dance through. Holmes from 65 towards Hurd. That is a beautiful piece of play from Torquay. And Cooper Hurd on the stretch has a chance for goal number 3.
Yeah, Hurd, he's been pretty strong throughout the day as well. He'll be lining up now.
Yep, Cooper Hurd for goal number 3 for the afternoon for him. He's got 2 goals, 3 to his name, make it 2 goals 4. Couldn't put the cherry on top of that lovely bit of play.
So approaching the 30th minute for this final term. Torquay will take a very strong victory out of this one. And Beers will take it to his right, progresses forward with the footy. Punched out there by Yench towards the Harvey Norman scoreboard.
Yep, 29 minutes gone. There can't be too long left. Nearly 30, sorry. Shadows blanketing this end of the ground. Yench won the hit out only as far as Kerr for Anglesea. Beers couldn't gather cleanly. See it over. Might be a good time, Luke. Just have a look at your 3-2-1 for me. I'd like to hear you think's been good this afternoon. We'll get to that after the final siren. You can start thinking about that if you like. Buse in the ruck, dark for Torquay being busy once again. Buse to Kennedy. Wobbles it forward, foot race on now. Balwarren will be first there with Henderson. Balwarren picks up cleanly. He's got Erskine clear, but ignores that. Short to Kennedy. Middle of McCartney Oval. Good looking kick 2 to Ash Corbell, who can't mark. Carty did well. To Curry. To Bennett. And there it is. The final siren blows. What a performance by Torquay. That's called flexing your muscle in a 1v2 clash. Kicking 13 straight goals is flexing your muscle, let me tell you. 18-16, 124 Torquay. Anglesea 10-6, 66. Torquay trailed by 28 points at half-time. And they kicked 13 in a row, and that is all she wrote. What a performance from the home side, Luke.
Yeah, geez, they put on they've made a massive statement today.